You could have knocked me over with a feather when I heard it, because I really, when I woke up in the morning, would not have thought that was going to happen.
The announcement that the Bucksport mill will close by the end of this year came as a surprise to workers. Verso officials made the announcement yesterday afternoon. Some of these workers have been employed for many years, and I can imagine this has been quite the, well, last night and day for them.
Yeah, it certainly has been hard for them to take, Samantha. As you point out, we are sitting here looking across the river at the town of Bucksport and the Verso paper mill behind me. Now, as you drive into Bucksport, you see the town. It says Bucksport, rich in heritage, looking to the future. I'm joined by Grady Trimble. And Grady, you said you talked to the town officials and they saw this coming and they had been preparing, right?
That's right, Chris. You know, they seem to all be on the same page. They've been planning for the worst but hoping for the best for quite some time now.
The people that are hit the hardest, and that is, of course, the workers at that mill. And for that, I'm joined now by Katie Bavoso. Katie, you talked to some of these workers today, and you know, it's something I think mill workers know. If you work in the industry, this can happen, but when it does, boy, it hits hard.
Chris, you're absolutely right. And as locals describe it, this is a mill town. Generations of family members have put in their time right over at that mill.
Now, that same town that was hit with devastating news of the mill closing got a little good news today. Bucksport will be receiving more than a dozen jobs in the coming months.
I'm just relieved that she's not suffering.
Feelings of sadness, heartache, and loss from friends and family of Nicole Cable as authorities announced they have found a body and made an arrest. Good evening, and thank you for joining us for this special edition of News Center. I'm Chris Vashidi, reporting live from the Penobscot County Sheriff's Office tonight. We have team coverage. We have all angles of this story covered.
They have found her body in the woods. The wardens came across her body at 9:30 last night with a canine unit.
You actually were out following up a tip, and you actually stumbled upon Kyle Doobie, Melissa. Can you tell me about, you know, what you talked about when you actually ran into him and the circumstances around that?
That's absolutely correct, Chris.
Chris, well, after spending a few hours and talking to nearly a dozen members of the community here, the reactions that I have received were all very much the same, in that people were heartbroken and just shocked that something of this degree had happened right here in Old Town.
Snow is blanketing much of the state of Maine, causing traffic snarls as holiday traffic intensifies, and utility crews are already preparing for possible power outages. Another snowstorm has reached northern New England with the possibility of more than a foot of snow in some areas and a mix of sleet and freezing rain in others. We're going to turn things over to News Center's Caitlin Chana, who is live out on Union Street right now, and who's once again braving the elements for us. And got a bit of snow there tonight, Steve.
I want Caitlin's hat. I want Caitlin's hat. That's a cool hat, and it looks very warm too. Anybody in the studio? Little March snowball fight?
Big snowflakes flying here in Newburgh tonight. I think I actually passed through one of those heavy snow squalls coming out here.
Actually, the Herman Series ski race is about to start right behind me.
Welcome to the News Center Games. There you can see the Olympic torch making its way in front of our studios. Well, it was originally devised as a means for hunting. Norway even used the sport as a military tactic for defending the nation's borders. The biathlon. Find out more about this Olympic winter sport when we come back.
So when you think of Olympics in the winter, one thing you definitely think of is ice skating. How long has she been doing
Brooke has been
skating
skating since she's 8 years old. She's 18 right now.
Oh my goodness, right.
But Brooke actually is one of our instructors, and she also competes. She's doing a sit spin right now.
Once I got in Gates and I had posters up on my wall of the best skiers in the world and had that Olympic dream.
You know, maybe a not so fast line if you get off course a little bit, but it's very free feeling on the sled.
They just enjoy teaching all different levels.
Now, what kind of opportunity will they have, these two that are doing pairs, to compete? Back with more coming up in just a bit, and more ice figure skating coming at 6.